evening, friends around the globe, Facebook land, vinyl friends, friends in real life, whatever. And this is my first attempt to do it in English. I'm Dutch born, and I live in Belgium, so that's this is my previous recordings on YouTube were in Dutch, but not everybody understands Dutch, and the automatic translator sucks big time. So I thought of myself, why not try it in English? It's not my native tongue, so there are maybe some people who think, oh, that's awful dialect or whatever. You have to deal with it. This is it, and I will try to wing it. Also, my recordings for YouTube and my reviews and such are not scripted, so I only press rec and then I talk to the camera, and when I'm finished I close the lid, whatever. So on the background I have we're going to talk about Marillion. So fairly known band all around the world, English based, and that's what we're going to talk about. They formed in 1979, but first they were called Marillion, but to prevent legal issues they changed the name to Marillion. So the first single was Market Square Heroes, and they got a deal, I think, with EMI. EMI, yes. I'm going to show some records from my own collection, vinyl and CDs and such. So I have it here, Market Square Heroes on vinyl, 12-inch, and but this is the okay. I will take a quick look on the actual vinyl. But this 12-inch was produced in 1982. So it's so their first album was, of course, Script for Just a Steer. First, I wanted to say there is a lively discussion around Marillion fans all over the world. The Fish period and the post-Fish period with Steve Hogarth. But I'm not one of them. I like them both. They are two totally different singers. The Fish, the period that Fish was with Marillion is shorter now. Is that then Steve is with Marillion at this moment. They produce some fine albums. I don't have all of them, but I have some of them. But first we go Fish period, Market Square Heroes. Then we come around to Script for Just a Steer. My favorite album, of my favorite track from this album is, of course, Script for Just a Steer is very, very beautiful, very well written. But my favorite track has to be Forgotten Sons, and it talks about Northern Ireland issue and the situation there, that so many English lads are being killed over there, over the aisle. That's all in the past, I hope. And then we have another 12-inch, Garden Party, also very nice one. And then another one, He Knows You Know, all from Script from Just a Steer, by the way. Then in the follow-up was, of course, Fugazi. And at this period, Fugazi, what's bad lighting issue here. I'll check it out, one moment. 1984. So in 1984, I saw them at the Dutch festival, Pinkpop, while they were on tour for the Fugazi album. And I love Marillion. Great tracks on Fugazi, Punch and Judy, Assassin, Incubus, Jigsaw. I don't know the actual facts if the album were very successful, but it will always be written in Wikipedia or Google, or you can check it out. This is a live album, reel to reel. Nice. Assassin and Cubus, Cinderella, Search, Forgotten Sons, Garden Party, and Market Square Heroes. And I have here the 12-inch from. I like the cover art is fabulous. Marillion, Assassin, and then I have here another one, but I have not a Punch and Judy picture disc. Here's some advertisement in the background, and we go on to Marillion Easter. That's for later. Let me play in the background. Then, of course, one of the many, if you ask many fans, Marillion fans, what their favorite album is, they will say Misplaced Childhood. I like it very much. Kaylee, of course, is a very big hit of theirs. Lavender. Heart of Lothian is my favorite track from the album. White Feather. Here on 12-inch, Heart of Lothian. Very nice. The Chelsea Monday on the B track. Live version. Very beautiful song, Chelsea Monday. Then I got a question from a dear old friend of mine. I showed him a couple of pictures of Marillion, of my Marillion albums, and then we got to a brief encounter. I said, "Oh, is that a bootleg?" No, that's not a bootleg. This is Brief Encounter. There is a US issue, a live album with Lady Nina, Freaks on it, Kaylee, Fugazi, and Script for Justice Tear. You can find it on the internet or whatever. Maybe on Discogs. You can check it out. Huh? Then sadly we come to Clutching at Straws, and this I find it is a great record. One of my favorite songs is The Last Straw, Sugar Mice, Torch Song. Incommunicado is a big hit, okay. But personally I don't always go for the hits. Huh? Auto Hobbies from that time of the night. And my favorite track of all time from Marillion is White Russian. Where do we go from here? Huh? With Uzis on the corner. You can debate that. Huh? Weapons issue and whatever not. Sugar Mice, In the Rain. Again, the great cover art from Marillion. Huh? Great albums they made. Another 12-inch from the same Clutching at Straws. And then I have also the TV Magpie double album live. And then we come to the end of the Fish era of Marillion. And that's about in 1988, I think. It's from 1979 till 1988. And Fish goes solo. I have on vinyl. I don't have it. I only have the 12-inch from Fish. A Gentleman Excuse Me. From A Vigil in the World of Mirrors. Yeah. I still gotta buy that album, Fish. Yeah, he made a great couple of albums, I think, solo. But this is a nice picture disc from Gentlemen's Excuse Me. Very nice song indeed. And Whiplash Cut is on the other side. So that's Fish. Then in a year later, this album comes along, Season's End, and this is also a great album. Kings of Sunset Town deals with the issue, from South Africa. Easter, The Uninvited Guest, Season's End's title track, Holloway Girl, Berlin, Hooks in You, The Space. There is not one bad track on this album, by the way. It's my favorite from the Hogarth era. This in fact debut for Steve Hogarth. Steve Hogarth came from the Europeans and from how we moment, I have here a CD, I have to check it out. Yeah, How We Live. First I have a side track to Steve Hogarth solo, and there's a track on this album, How We Live, Dryland, and we comment. You will see it on a Marillion. It's a Marillion hit, huh? Dryland. Very nice song indeed. So that's Season's End. What have we here? Hooks in You. Huh? From the same album. And then I have Marillion, No One Can, a picture disc. That's not all I got from Marillion. I have also some CDs, Script for Jesse Steer, B-Sides and Cells. It's also quite nice, with Grendel on it. TV Magpie, Clutching at Straws on CD, Season's End. Then Holidays in Eden, the second album from Marillion with Steve Hogarth. Sprinting Hard, Cover My Eyes, nice tune. The Party, No One Can, Dryland on this from How We Live, indeed, Dryland. This Town is a great track. And I have a live on DVD, and it's called From Stoke Row to Ipanema. And there is here a track on, and they record it live in the studio, and it sounds totally different from the track on the CD. Just check this out at a later date, but this is the second album with Steve Hogarth. What do we have here? Brave, of course. Brave is in-depth look at very painful and emotional album, Brave, about abuse in general. Brave, great stuff. Then on a live album with Hogarth, Made Again, very nice. This Strange Engine, How About Your Heart. Now, Man of a Thousand Faces, An Accidental Man. Very nice song. This is also a very fine album with Hogarth, with Beyond You, Afraid of Sunlight, great track, beautiful, very emotional song, beautiful. And then I also have Radiation, and then stops my collection of Marillion with Hogarth. And then I have of course now a few DVDs. So this recital of the script. It's a very early concerts they did and taped, and later it was released. First it was released on VHS, on videotape, and later on DVD. Script for Just Steer, Garden Party, The Web, Hammersmith Odeon, London, England, April 18th, 1983. 83. I was 20 at that time. long time ago. That I have here, one moment, yes, live from Lorelei. It's one of the last concerts with Fish of Derek William Dick, as his actual name is. And they are not enemies, by the way, Fish and Derek and Howard, but it's the same discussion within about Genesis fans. It's the Gabriel period or the Phil Collins period, but it's all the same. I like Genesis, all Genesis, and I like all Marillion. Yeah, the Stokeway from Ipanema, just check it out. 2 DVDs, one is live concert and the two is how they set it up, conversations, some clips and some studio live tracks. Very interesting. This is Marillion, the EMI singles collection, so from Fish as from Steve Hogarth with Marillion. Then they got another record company to represent them. Marillion, somewhere in London, also 2 discs, live DVD, and I have here the bootleg buttons, yeah, also live. And my last is Marbles on the Road. Okay. 2 discs, 2 DVDs, and some track from the Marillion weekend in 2003. And that's about all. Steve Hogarth, Steve Rothery, Mark Kelly, of course, Peter Howes and Ian Mosley. Peter Howes is also a member, by the way, of Transatlantic, so you that's the link with them. And you should check out the website from Mick Pointer, the first drummer of Marillion. That's about it from me. This is my first venue in English. If you like it, say it in the comments. Click on the button here, somewhere here. A subscribe button would be nice. And I wish you all a very fine day, and play some symphonic and progressive music today. And I will see you on the other side.